So also, when you're talking about the broad divisions among Protestants, because it seems like there are so many denominations, and you've got this little group here and this little group there, I think what you really need to be thinking about, more than just what specific, again, ecclesiastical structure exists, we need to be thinking about what are the major beliefs and practices of different groups. And we can really divide the broader Protestant world into just really a few branches, I think. And so we have...
How would you name those?
Yeah, sure. And so let me just say this real quick. When we're talking about sola scriptura, in order to be a Protestant church of any kind, you have to actually believe in sola scriptura. Because that's like a primary principle that ties together Protestants. I think you've got sola fide and sola scriptura. Everyone who's one of the original Protestants believes at least those two things.
Yeah.
What that means is that someone who denies the authority of Scripture and believes that Scripture is wrong on this or that theological point, that person does not believe in sola scriptura. And I think that too many times, I think when we have these conversations, we kind of allow Rome to claim them as like Protestants, people who are really indebted to Protestant liberalism. And I say, if you're indebted to Protestant liberalism in your conception of authority, whatever you are, it's not Protestant. Because like the whole principle that derives your view of authority is that Scripture is your final authority. And if it's not, you're not really Protestant in any meaningful sense. So I would, so just to be clear, I'm kind of saying they don't count. Like people who have these lower views of Scripture, who would believe that we could disagree with the text. So in terms of those who actually, would affirm a classical understanding of sola scriptura, I think you've got Lutherans, you have the Reformed, so the Calvinists, and the Reformed, have some distinct traditions. So you've got like the Dutch have their three forms of unity, and you've got the Westminster Confession, of course, and in the UK, but the Presbyterian tradition that comes out of that. But they're really united in their basic beliefs. Even if their nationalities and traditions are slightly different. So you've got the confessional Reformed, you have the Lutherans, and then you have Anglicans. Those are really the three core Protestant groups from the beginning. And I think anyone who's genuine Protestant is somewhere within those three groups. And you could go a little bit farther than that. So you could say that there are some Baptists, and they come kind of from the Reformed tradition. They're kind of an offshoot of the Reformed tradition. And you might have Methodists who are an offshoot really of the Anglican tradition. So you have, a few other maybe groups that you might want to put in here. But I actually don't think the divisions are nearly as strong as it appears to be. Like, I don't think there are all of these different groups, totally different conceptions of Christianity. I think there are, you could maybe expand that to, 6 or 7 kind of major systems and ideas of belief within broader Protestantism.